What's up, everyone? This is Playthrough Games. This is a quick video. Excuse me again. Getting over this cold. Um, so this is a stacking video on comic books. Now, this is what you're looking at is Uncanny X-Men. This came out around Thanksgiving, I believe, or Christmas, Thanksgiving, and it's going for $22 right now. That's actually $21.98 is the floor price. When this comic first came out, and you'll find out with some comic books, people usually throw them back on the secondary market for dirt cheap. I know there's a lot of comic collectors on the app right now, so you might not find a lot of things really dirt cheap. But this came out, like I said, around Christmas time. I believe it was Christmas. When was it drop? It would say it. It doesn't say. But it was drop around the holidays because of Mixed Blessings, right? Title. So I picked up 5 of them back then. People kept throwing them back on the floor for dirt cheap. They were like $7.49. I picked that one up. And I picked this one up for $7.49. I don't know why people were selling them so cheap and so low. This one I got the drop $6.99, and I just kept picking them up. Now, as you know, the most popular comic book on the app right now is Spider-Man, right? But we all know back in the 90s and early 2000s, X-Men was the stuff back then, right? Because X-Men was ruling it. Now the Avengers doing their thing. It's always an ebb and flow. So once the X-Men come back into popularity, the movies start to come out, these comic book will start to sell. The brand will start to sell again. And once they release Wolverine, we know that's going to be a total game changer, right? So when people are throwing their comics they don't want anymore for dirt cheap, pick them up. This is not financial advice, I should say. I gotta lead with that. This is not financial advice. I'm in the comic thing right now, and so what you could do is always pick these up dirt cheap. My personal belief is this is my personal belief. I think these comics will start at $24.99 or $25. I don't think they're gonna be lower than that as time goes on. Like this, the New Mutant. I wish I picked this one up. That's because that's before I knew about comic books, before I knew about stacking. Um, this was going for $10. This was like the one that everybody was passing up. That and the Marvel comic. People kept passing this up, and I kept passing it up because I kept thinking, man, this is $10. Nobody wants this. And the mindset back then was I joined the crowd because I didn't see it go up. Now, doing more research, I find that this was the first appearance of Deadpool in this comic book, right? So, of course, it shot up. I only have 2 of these. I'm sure many of you have many out there. But the whole point is to stack up on comic book that people are not really looking into. Like, they just released this Spider-Man series. Now, I guarantee you the $22 range is not going to last. It's going to skyrocket. I think I only got one on the drop for the whole week. I only got one. I got the number, I think next to last, number 5. Um, and I tried everything. I didn't. It was just a hard thing to get, but it is what it is. But anyways, my point is when people are throwing their comic books back on the app on the secondary marketplace, pick them up. X-Men, even this one, like I'm telling you, before the comic thing shot up, like 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, I should say, this was on my list to pick the Power of X and the House of X to just build a bunch of them up because people were sleeping on these. For some reason, these were like $14 and stuff, and I'm still gonna pick a few of them up. But the point is, do shop around for comic books because people do lower the prices. We all know there's gem squeezes and stuff like that, right? But make sure like when a comic for some reason is not popular, let me show you which one. Another one. This one was like $10 for the longest. This was like $10, $12, $9. This was like the cheapest comic book that no one wanted to touch. But look at it now. It's in the $22. So you could have doubled your money on that one. There was another comic book, Dark Hawk. This one. I didn't get this on the drop. And you know what I did? I slept on this one too. That was a mistake. Um, well, actually, I didn't have that much gems anymore. That wasn't a mistake. I had money spread out in other crypto projects and stuff. But that was one of my plans to pick some of these up. Right now they're $23. They were going for $10. Yeah. So when there's a comic drop, people usually dump them for whatever reason. They just lower their prices. This dude, dang, look at that. He got so many unlisted. He's got them for $28.97. I would do them differently though. I would space them out, but to each his own, right? But anyways, like I said, this is a quick video. Stack on these comics when people drop them for low prices. I know the comics are booming right now, but it's an ebb and flow. Sometimes the collectibles are gonna have their light, their spot in the sun, so to speak, and they're gonna be booming, and the comics gonna be dwindling. So always go with the ebb and flow. Again, this is not financial advice. I've been piling up on some of these Carnos because people are not looking at them right now. So I try to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing, and I just sit on stuff till the time comes for them to blossom. All right, here's a quick video again. This is nothing special. Some of you may know this, some of you may not know this, but do look at the comic book, look at the prices. And also I made a video. I did not upload it, but it was concerning comic books, about sniping late at night, like middle of the night when you wake up, or I don't know your time zone. But one thing you could do is just go around the comic book area or the collectibles middle of the night, depending on your time zone, and I guarantee you'll find some deals. Because I find some great deals when people are just dumping stuff. Because when the market's asleep, when the majority of people are sleeping, well, in the U.S. anyways, depends on your time zone. Like I said, you could pick up some great deals because of people are just dropping up their item for more gem, and there's not that much eyeballs on them, except yours will be on it, and then you could snipe stuff. I've been sniping stuff late at night by the grace of God, just by going on the app and just like tapping and see what I could find as a good deal. I also pay attention to the numbers. You know, the mint numbers do matter also, because sometimes people do dump their good mint numbers without realizing it. Because you got to think about this. A lot of people are newcomers to this game, right? To this app. A lot of people are newcomers to Veve, and some of them don't know about the mint numbers. Some of them don't know about certain things that we do because we've been around. We've read the articles, we watch the YouTube channels, and we're informed, right? So sometimes if you just go around, make sure you look for the numbers, for the mint numbers and the price and the gems, because people be dumping their stuff without realizing it, and you could walk away with a great deal. I mean, this is a long shot, but if you got like 5, 10, 20 minutes you want to kill, middle of the night, if you're bored or whatever, or watching TV and just doing this in the background, you'd be surprised what you find. Because this is a business too, you know what I mean? This is where you can make good money on flipping stuff. And it's all digital, so you don't have to have all that stuff cramp up in your house. Like I sell on eBay, so we know how it is when we are resellers and stuff. But I digress. See, I'm talking to you, but I'm still looking for deals. I'm looking for the mint numbers. and also just the price that they're going on, because sometimes, like I said, people drop a good comic I could later on flip because one, they want their gems back for something else, or they just feel like they have enough, because some people collect a lot of them and they feel like, okay, it's the time to put it back on the market for a price. And sometimes people just because they always undercut each other, the whole thing. Like, you see this right here, you got 25, 25, 50, 25, 50, 25, 50, and you got 24.99, 24.99, right? Let's say someone wants their gems quick. They might put it for $23, or 23.99, and you could scoop it up. Or someone who's desperate might put 19.99, and you could scoop that up, and you could later on sell it. So you always gonna find opportunities if you're looking for them. You know, I know there's people who spend so many time on this app like I do, and so many other people spend countless time on this app and finding great deals. I'm already loaded up on him because everybody kept throwing Iron Fist back on the market for dirt cheap. They did the X-Men thing on this one, so I just kept picking them up for that price. So whenever someone don't want comic books, I just pick them up. I don't care because I know long term, within a year, these things will, I mean, it's speculative, of course. Wow. Funny story. This, oh my God, look at this one. Ultimate Fallout. Now, I had a chance to pick this up when it was $22. I was working overnight on my job and I was listening to a podcast, and this guy said I never noticed this between Miles Morales' face. One was covered and one wasn't covered. I have the common, but I wanted to get the uncommon. So I went on my phone and I tapped the uncommon. It was $22. Kid you not, the next morning that thing starts to shoot up. I guess a lot of people listen to the same podcast. It wasn't that high. It was lower, but I still should have picked it up. But I ended up picking up a Momo Carno because it was a choice. And I picked up a Momo Carno. I was gonna pick up this one when it was $22, y'all. Yep. You missed on great opportunities. And that's when I started to really not just listen to my instinct, but take action. Always take action. Don't say I'm gonna do this later, because later, when later comes, it could be too late, because opportunities on this app it comes quick and it goes quick because the prices fluctuate a lot. Even this is going back up. I have, like, when I first started, I was gonna collect the whole set of this comic book because I have the secret rare of this one, and I was gonna collect all of them. I started to do it, but then I started selling them off now. Anyways, the whole point is just to stack up on comic people don't want. They drop back on the market for dirt cheap. Just go shopping, And this is not financial advice. This is just a video about picking up comic book for dirt cheap when people dump them for whatever reason. Remember, there's newcomers on this app who don't know the prices. They don't know what they have. We do, because we're more in tune to it. So take advantage because of the knowledge that you have that some other people don't have. I mean, they later on will acquire it because the Veve community is very helpful. We're very helpful towards one another. But for those who are noobs, who are new to the app, they're gonna make rookie mistakes, and their rookie mistakes are the opportunities that could make you triple your income. All right. Again, this is Playthrough Game. Have a good night. Peace.